Hello, everybody. It's a Blue Monday. Okay, so I'm playing the blues tonight. It's early evening for me, and this tickles. I'm gonna wrap it a little more. I don't know if I really need a pop screen kind of thing, but I have been doing that for the podcast for years, and so it has gone through various fibers, and it has the pink right now. Whatever I happen to be spinning is what I wrap around the microphone for the pop screen. Maybe if I move it up there a little bit. Yeah, I even got pink on. Trying to lift my mood today. Just a little bit of a downer day. Nothing really. Just kind of Monday. Monday. Okay, you all are going to be guinea pigs. Yesterday, when I was streaming yesterday afternoon, a listener, a viewer came on and said, I don't have sound. And of course, that's not good, right? I'm just chatting away and everything. And she has to watch at work and there's no speakers and all of that. And so, I realized that, yeah, I really need to put the closed captioning on. Now, I tried this before and I never got it to work. So that's why you're going to be a guinea pig. I thought about doing test streams before I actually got on and the delete them and all that. And I thought, why do that? I'll just mess with it here right now. So I'm going to make you the guinea pigs. I don't know. It's not on this screen. So we are going to go to the lives, that one, which is supposedly where I have it. It's there. So I have it open like they say, and they want to use my microphone, so I said yes, and it's recording. Now, where is it going to show up? You know what? It may be I need to move it up in the thing so that it's not. Let's see. I always thought the thing about it is I am not getting any. Nope, see, it's not recording anymore. It's not doing it. Okay. Oh yeah, I mean it's okay. It says started. I don't want that. I wonder if I have to put a. There we go. Got it. Okay, I got it there. Alright, that's done. Okay. Now. I don't want. Oops. Where'd it go? Where's it going to show up? That's what I can't figure out. Okay. Oh, how does this work? I don't understand why this is a problem. It's probably. I just feel like it's probably somewhere. Right, that's that. Unless it is using the... Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, I know. I get very quiet when I'm trying to figure something out here. Okay. Are you working? Not yet. How does this work? Do we have a help screen here? Alright, it shows, okay, it's showing it on the website. It is doing that. Now, how do I get that to show? How do I get it to show? I don't understand this at all. It should be in a little box somewhere. I can't find the box. Everything is going to go away here a minute. Nope. Huh. It's not there. Okay. Come back. I broke it. There it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. Well, it's almost back to normal. I got my background over there I don't want. Okay, that's it. That's back to normal. And the closed captioning is working fine. It's writing it over here. So how do I get it? I have it showing under the window capture. Huh. Is that what I have to do? I have to put that? Okay. it is. Boy. Well, so much for that. It just is not working. Server output. Do I have to change that? How do I change that? Huh. Oh, I don't know why I can't get it to work.
Do you want to create your own emotes in just a few clicks?
Sorry,
Choose a drawing style,
YouTube.
customize your look, and generate 25 emotes. Only the largest online shop for streamers. More than 100,000 streamers already trust us. Get your
Did you know that 23% of people watching this YouTube channel turn on the closed captions? I'm not making that up, I just checked the analytics. Almost 1 in 4 people will turn on the subtitles to know exactly what I'm saying. That's a lot of people. Now I'd like to think that my British accent, speaking only the finest Queen's English, would make my videos easy to understand.
Yeah, I'm watching a video here. Okay. So that was supposed to be a pause. Oh. Every time I hit it, I get a new... Oh, for Pete's sakes. Alright. Okay. That's on timeout. I can't get it this time, but I might be able to watch that video and get it. And I hope it's not talking. I turned the music off. Let me see.
You can even stream to
Yep,
4
it's still
different
talking.
platforms
Okay.
simultaneously right from your browser.
See if I can
To get
get
started
that.
with Melon, simply visit the link down in the description below. Right, let's jump onto the PC and get these
Give me
closed
the
captions set up.
pause.
Okay, so what
There. Alright, I'm gonna spin. Let me do what I know best. That is so frustrating. I got it halfway. I got closed captioning sitting there faithfully typing out every one of my words. I couldn't get it on the Twitch page, on the Twitch panel or whatever. I got closed captioning there. I've got it showing that it's in that closed captioning box, but I can't get it to show on the screen. You know what? maybe I should try. Let me try another screen here. Let me try the overhead. This one, where there isn't a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know. Nope. That's not what I want. Okay. I need to leave it alone. I know. It's not one of my apps. Well, that's not what I want either. Trying one more thing. I'm putting it in the what I have here is a live overlay, which does have all this stuff. Maybe that's what I need to do. Yeah. I don't have the. Alright, that one is. There we go. Didn't work either. Yep, it's taken it. Okay, so it's recording, it's writing, it's not showing. I sure don't know why that doesn't work. Alright, give it up. It's working otherwise. And I'll turn it off here. Oh well. So how's everybody else's day going? Tell ya. Okay, your official task role of being guinea pigs is over. No more. No more. I'll mess with it after I watch that video. I have to decide how much I want to make these 12-day of Christmas. I am not 100% sure they'll be 2 hours every day. I don't have anything going on right now. I did a bunch of paperwork today. Abby just looks at me like I'm crazy, but there is so much paperwork as far as a family and a household and people, and individuals, and But I made progress. The 2021 papers are all put in their box to be filed. I hold those kind of papers for 2 years in very convenient Amazon boxes, right, with the year on it, and I just go through and the third year back, pitch it, burn it. We can burn here, so I don't have to worry about shredding. Anyway, I did that. And I am really ready to start my big book notebook for 2022, which usually starts out with bigger things I want to accomplish for the year. And I don't have any notebooks. I'm like, I just use the school spiral bound, regular or college ruled. And one time I found a wonderful sale. They were selling those for 10 cents a piece. This won't stay on my head because I'm keeping my head bowed. And I think I must bought 2 dozen, right? And that was years ago, and I've gone through them all. I need notebooks. I'm sure I won't find that sale again. I'm pretty sure that was an after-school sale. I haven't looked on Amazon to see if they have a super good deal. Maybe they do. I already have one thing in my cart. When I was gone during this period of time, I spent some time at my mom's house, and one of the first priority of making her house okay to be vacant, or us not down there and nobody living in it right now, is to remove anything of value plus anything of personal, like photos. And I did the last of the photo albums this trip. And those have been cool. I took one in to share with my daughter that was her from baby on up, and pretty much those are all duplicate pictures because I had them too, so I gave her the album. But there is one small photo book that was a cruise that my mom and dad took, and they're pictures, and I want to keep that. And that plastic is disintegrating. It's just like showering out little pieces of plastic if you pick up the book. So I have a new inexpensive photo album in Amazon to order. I don't know if anybody else does this, but Amazon is kind of like a catch-all shopping list. I may put it in for later kind of thing. I may, whatever, but I don't go to Amazon, order something the same time, right? I accumulate things and then order it, even though they don't pay for shipping. I did during Christmas do various shipments, but I try to make it consolidated. I personally, and I could do this, actually. I don't know why I didn't think about it. I have my personal photos in photo boxes. And I guess I wasn't thinking about combining mom's in a photo box. Actually, that's really what I should do. To be honest, that's really what I should do. Didn't really think about that. Probably a better idea. We are having super warm weather again. It reached 70 degrees. It's just unbelievable, and I should be outside doing so much. I don't feel like doing it. I'm tired from the holiday. I just want to rest for a while. Got all the dishes and all the kitchen cleaned up. Wiped down the stove, wiped down all the counters from the Christmas cooking. We're still eating leftovers, so I'm not cooking right now. Sure, I'll have corn pudding for supper. That's what's left over. Yeah, that's part of the fun of the holidays, isn't it? I got sick and tired of the very cluttered background. That's why it's black. We are going super simple. I never did get to do a Christmas thing. I can spin watching the camera. Of course, you can tell my eyes aren't. If you look at my face, you can tell my eyes are not looking at the camera. It's looking at the. So there is a new camera out for all you streamers. And they finally came up with the very, very good idea of putting a small button-sized camera on the end of a loop or a, piece of plastic. It hooks over the top of your computer and it sits right in the middle of your screen. And by doing that, the camera catches your eyes exactly straight on instead of it always looking like I'm looking up or I'm looking somewhere else or whatever. I have no idea what they cost. It's a brilliant idea. It's very, very small, so it really should not interfere with what you're looking at on the screen as far as what you're doing. It's set up, of course, for Zoom meetings. So you don't get this wall-eyed, lazy-eye, whatever, crazy-eye look when you're talking on the camera. In honor of it being cocktail hour before dinner, I didn't make a cocktail. I am drinking, in honor of our summer-like weather, a summer wine, peach Moscato. Okay. Well, I can turn the music down a little bit. Hi, Tantel. Thank you for letting me know. I'm more than happy to do that. And you know what? I'm real soft-spoken today. I'm just so low energy, I can't pitch my voice. So it's partially me, too. It is like a super low energy day. Yeah, and I don't have chill music on, right? I got blues going. I like the blues. Sometimes I crank it up pretty good when I listen to my CDs. And I'll put that up there too. All the things. Tentel, have you been streaming? I have not seen you. The few times, I mean, I don't check or have it running all the time. But when I pop on, I probably am not on the same time as you are. Time to rest now before New Year's begins. Oh, you started a new job. Well, yes, that's a. I hope it's a good job. I hope you're liking it. It's a very good reason. Well, I'll find time to spin. Don't need to stream, but find some time to spin. or knit. Pays the bills. Aw, and maybe some yarn. Yay! And the people are nice. Well, that's good. I know I get a Mary Maxim catalog. That is a, yarn mainly. It's not really big box, but it's not your high-end indie dyed or anything like that. They have their brands. They have some Red Heart. They have Prism. Anyway, I get their catalog and I go through there and I swear I'm not going to buy anything, but I still circle the things I'm interested in and fold the little corner of the page down thinking, well, maybe I'll order it. I don't know why. I don't need it. You put them all in the basket, take them out, put them back in. Yeah. If it's still there when I get home, it's meant to be, right? Yeah, right. Absolutely. this spins so fast because it's not fast because I'm making it woolen, doing a long draw and all that. I'm doing a worsted and it's pinch and pull, but there is just nothing out of the ordinary in here, right? No neps, no fiber, no nothing. Of course, it's commercial. It's commercial fiber. Spins good. And I'm not even tired of pink yet. Usually monochrome colors. I get tired of them. Now, that's not true of natural. Like natural brown wool or gray, even white, has so many variations, right? Because of it's organic, it's natural. It's just going to have every strand slightly different color. So I never get tired of wool that way. Hi, Snoring Cat. Do you have sound today? I tried very hard at the beginning of this to get closed captioning put on. Could not get it to show on my screen. I can bring it up in the website. It recognizes my microphone. I have what I thought was the extension that says closed captioning put on there. And when I bring that, click on that in Streamlabs, it shows the closed captioning box. I can't see it on the screen. Yes, I totally understand when you're at work. That's a lot of people do that. They got it running down in the corner or whatever. I get that. But I want to put closed captioning on there. cannot get it to work. I had tried before and gave up. But I found a video, and so I stopped messing with it. I was messing with it here on stream at the beginning, right? Because that's the only way I can tell if it's going to work or not. And it wasn't, so I just said never mind. And I'll watch the video. Maybe I'll get it figured out. You know, I was so frustrated. Talk about figuring out technology. I was so frustrated the last, 2 days before Christmas until today with my phone. And it's a new phone. It's an iPhone. Yeah, if it's making up its own words, I have to chuckle at the words it comes up with. I agree. I have put off because I don't want to have that showing on my stream, but I understand the necessity too. So, and I was watching it in its own little box. It seemed to be doing pretty good, picking up my words, so that's good. But anyway, a couple days before Christmas, I was texting people, like my brother and my good friend in California, people who are not local to me, and it was not going through. I thought, well, okay, not real sure what's going on with that. And I went into town yesterday, and those texts went through after 4 days. I was like, okay, so something's wrong here at the house that's making it not go through. And we don't have we have no cell phone reception in the house. What we do is use internet. And when the internet's on, then our phone will do, oh, thank you for the follow. And welcome. Crimson Rose. So glad to see you. Beautiful name. Anyway, I figured out, must be something to do with the internet. And I did all sorts of poking around. And I'm sitting later on in my chair, and out of the blue it popped up, you know what? You have to toggle that on. You have to toggle internet calling on. And it had been toggled on. But then we went on the trip, and the phone lost all its mind because we went we went to the Dominican Republic, right? We went way out of service range, and I had just turned the phone off, and it just sort of never reset itself. And that's all it was. I turned it on and worked like a charm. I was like, it's so simple. I just have to think of it, That it was very frustrating because hubby and I both have same service, same location, of course. We're here in the house. He has a phone that is a year younger than mine. I got mine a year and a half ago, and he just got his a couple months ago. And his worked, and mine wasn't. And I was like, and he wouldn't believe me that it wouldn't work. When it's like, so call my phone, and I'd dial it, and it wouldn't do anything. Of course not. Couldn't find the internet. The internet was on the phone. He thought I didn't have the internet turned on. I did have the internet turned on. I didn't have the little internet calling enabled turned on. Something. Always something. Always something. Snoring Cat, did you have a good Christmas? I have not been able to stay awake at all. I fall asleep about 9 o'clock, and last night was the first night I slept all the way through to 6 o'clock. Other nights I wake up, but I just have not been able to stay awake. With all the Christmas behind you, do you have no frantic projects to get done? I got 4 hats knitted, and every single one of them every single person loved them. So now I need to do one for me. Hubby he's tried them on. He's not real fond of it. So I may or may not make him one. But I gotta get mine made. It's about 3/4 done. You like it quiet? Yeah. We had my daughter's family here. There were only 3 of them and 2 of us, so there was enough food for 15 people, because that's just how I cook. But it was really nice. My grandson is 10, and Christmas is, not as enchanting as it was when he was younger, but he's also not as hyper as he was when he was younger. And the only mishap, or whatever you want to call it, was he's into tea. He really likes teas, and he usually sweetens it with Splenda, I think. Unfortunately, one of those. But I don't have that, so we gave him the honey bear, and really didn't pay attention, and looked at the honey bear after he was done, and I think he put about 1/4 cup of honey in that mug of tea. I was like, oh gosh. And my daughter even got my cat Newman a present, which is a first this year, and it was a joke. We put up an artificial tree because we were traveling, and I didn't want to have a real tree. Yum. Tea flavored honey. Yay, Crimson. You are so right. Maybe you like that too, huh? I don't even put any kind of sweetener in my teas, but that's neither here nor there. So the artificial tree, when I put it up before we left, and it was sitting there in the living room, and the cat walked in, and the first thing he did was walk underneath to look for the water in the tree stand, right? Because they always drinks the water out of the tree stand. I was like, no water, artificial, no need of water. So he kind of walks back out, and he's just kind of like walking around, and I know he's smelling it, right? And he's just like looking, and like, it looks like a tree. I sure don't smell like a tree. It looks like a tree. So what she got him was this little package of, they look like incense sticks, but they're not. They're called sensicles. And they smell. You stick them out and they make the room smell good. And it was pine. So I could make the tree smell like a pine tree. We had a good laugh over that. But he's over the tree now. He doesn't go around it. So he hasn't really paid attention to the fact that now it sort of smells like a pine tree. Probably doesn't smell like a pine tree anyway. Artificial pine tree. I guess this would be a good time to show my Christmas present for my daughter. She gets the award for the best Christmas present this year. I've got it here. I'll show you in a minute. So I'm going to probably change to the full screen. So a little backstory on the present she got. You need to know the textile artist that's been around on the internet for a long time. Abby Frankenmuth. Weaver. Snoring Cat. You know her? Know of her? She moved to Bolivia, I think, or Peru. Hang on. Peru. She moved to Peru. And she's got her business down there. But mostly what her business is around is supporting the Peruvian women weavers. And let me go to, there we go. And she did a trunk show this year. And she sold these textiles on the trunk show. And this is what my daughter got me. It's a bag. It's all, okay, so it is from absolute scratch. Take the wool, right, and get it ready to spin, dye it. I don't know if they spun the yarn and then dyed the yarn, or if they just dyed the fiber and then spun the yarn. But it's all completely hand spun, hand dyed, hand sewn, hand woven, and then hand sewn. And it's really cool. It has pants pockets. I have never seen this on a bag before. See that? Just like you were wearing it and you've got pants pockets on either side. It is so cool. I just like, oh, God, it's so cool. It has a zipper on the top, and it is no partitions or anything. It's just a plain project bag or whatever. Probably wear like iron forever. And that black is just, it's really looks brown. It really is brown and deep maroon stripes, but it comes across on this side here. You can kind of see the maroon right there. So she got the "You Gave Me the Best Present Ever" award. I can't. Whoops. I'm tightening that up a little bit. I can't say that in front of my hubby because, of course, he thinks he gives the best presents ever. But he hasn't been shopping the last couple of years since his stroke. But he always did before that. He was very fond of buying me jewelry, and I was very fond of receiving jewelry, so I have some nice jewelry from him in the past years. Oh, let me go back to my spinning. quite decided how I want to use that bag. It's more important than just like sticking a knitting project in it. I think I will use it when I travel. Since we seem to be doing that every 3 months. So who makes traditional meal for New Year's Eve? And what do you make? Hubby likes black eyed peas. I have tried them from the can, of course, and he likes to flavor them with salt pork. And I have tried them dried, that I, soaked and cooked. I haven't quite found a way that I like them. I saw fresh in the grocery store when I was at the grocery store 2 days before Christmas. I doubt they'll be there now. That was the first I'd ever seen them sold fresh. Judging from how I like most of my vegetables, I bet I would have liked them fresh. Pork and sauerkraut. But you don't do anything. Pork and sauerkraut is my heritage also. There's German on my mother's side and also Ukrainian, which that's my mom's side. My dad's side is very German. So I think that it came mostly from the fact that Dad's mom probably made it. Yeah, I know. Just because it's part of my heritage doesn't mean I have to eat it. I love it. I crave sauerkraut. So, but I really, really love it with real homemade mashed potatoes and the sauerkraut and the pork all mixed together. That's how I like it. So I make it. I'm not making it this year. I didn't buy any. I actually probably have a pork roast in the freezer, but I'm not sure I have a can of sauerkraut. But anyway, at this point, I haven't even decided if I'm going to do anything. If I do a pork roast by itself with nothing with it, hubby will eat that and black-eyed peas. I'm looking for other people's tradition. course, the cultures don't always celebrate the New Year. I mean, the Orientals have their own Chinese New Year. So, that's part of it. Boy, I need to go get some Chinese food. That sounds good. I try to make stir fry at home. I cannot ever get it the same because I just don't have that high heat that you need, to really get a good stir fry and well seasoned wok and a fair amount of oil, and I know what it takes. I can't get it. I'll just go buy it. One of my New Year's urges. It's not, it's not a resolution. It's like an urge. Because I have so many cookbooks. And I always think, I'm going to take a cookbook and I'm going to go through it, and obviously I'm not going to cook them all. It's not going to be like the movie, I blanked out on it. It'll come in a minute. Julia and Julia. I love that movie. Anyway. I have always started that in some cookbooks and never really got through them. I think there's a barrier in my mind that says if I get through it, I have to get rid of the cookbook, and I don't want to do that. So I think that's why I stopped. That's what I'm saying. But I'm a kind of person who reads cookbooks. I just, oh yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then when I go to cook, I just cook. I don't cook with cookbooks very often. I do once in a while, but not all the time, right? Just I'm cooking because I have leftovers and I have things to use, and I have a husband who won't eat anything, right? But a certain way, and so yeah, I cook to feed us. I don't cook for what the cookbook is promising, right? All right, I am going to spin these strips and call it a stream. I will be back tomorrow. The whole reason I'm not really worried how long I stream each one is because I'm going to stream for the next 10 more days. This is day 2 of the 12 days of Christmas spinning. I love this acrylic fiber. I have been spinning. They're 10-ounce size. Okay, there's 10 ounces of fiber in there, and I completely spun the 10 ounces of the multicolored and some of this pink to ply with the multicolor. Now I'm spinning the rest of this pink. So I've spun a lot of it, and what I did was ply it, 2-ply, and then I took a little bit and I made a washcloth, a face cloth swatch for me. Because what I really want to do is make something that's machine washable, and I wanted to see how it would react. And so I did this washcloth face cloth, which is super soft and kind of bumpy pattern. I love it. And I've thrown it in the washer, and it did shrink the number of rows, like from top to bottom. It did not shrink side to side. So now I know that if it goes in the machine wash and dry, I'll put it in the washer and dryer. It is going to do that. I want to wait until I make something, until I wash that a couple times and double check that, whether it's shrinking more or not. But I don't think it's going to. And the whole reason I want to make a baby blanket. And so I wanted something that would go in the washer and dryer. I have to compensate in size, and before I gift it, wash it a couple times. It's super easy to spin. Super easy. It looks white. Yeah. It's one of the Hobby Lobby. It is a light pink. And it does look white. It gets really flushed out by the camera light. It is so pale. It's pale pink. I just put the moldy away. I skeined it off yesterday, and I just put it away. But the moldy is beautiful. I love it. It's pinks and blues and purples, and so it doesn't have to be gender specific. And I don't have a pattern in mind. I don't know whether I'm going to stripe the colors, what I'm going to do. But arm knitting rovings? Yes, from Hobby Lobby. Is that what they call those? This would be terrible to work with that. I mean, I don't think it's not spun at all, so I don't think of it as knittable. But they obviously sell it with the knitting yarn, so they think that. But it just, I can't imagine doing anything with anything, because it's going to stick to you really bad. I think that they do intend that you knit, because it's sturdy enough. You could knit with a strip on 8s, 9s, or 10s or something like that, and get a fabric that stays together. And I think that's what they intend. They do not show any kind of pattern with it, and I know this is really bleaching out, but it comes like this. I didn't try to peel from the inside. I am peeling from the outside of it, because like I said, it's just super sticky to itself. It's soft. It is just unbelievably soft. And I know that's part of the problem with even any commercial rovings we get to spin. There's so much wool based. No matter how good the wool is, it's just not as soft as a man-made fiber. It has a place. It has a place in the spinning community, but I don't think too many people are picking it up yet. And I haven't pushed it on the stream too much or talked about it in the podcast or anything like that, because I'm waiting to see how it does for me before I, talk about it. I'll be making a baby blanket that may never be gifted. We'll see. I don't have this baby blanket. I don't need this project, right? This is a totally inspired by the fiber project idea. The fact that it's acrylic. I could make anything, really. I don't think about making socks, though. And they would be really soft, and I may end up spinning another color and just try and make a pair of socks. Chain ply it and see how they wear. That would be the next thing I do after I do this. This is the problem why I never get anything done. I'm always coming up with something to do next, right? I'm always doing something to learn. I probably could support myself with all this if I would actually just make it productive instead of instructive. Always been a teacher. Oh, let me tell you, when we drove down to Florida, to my mom's and back, the cotton fields were in full white, looked like snow. I mean, they were just full. We saw a few that had been harvested. You know, the field was obviously harvested, but they were just right at their point where they were probably going to harvest them. Another cool thing, from when we go from Mom's down to Miami, we go through all the sugarcane fields, and the Domino plant is there, and it is just miles and miles and miles of sugarcane. Kind of looks like corn, you know, cane. It's a big stalk. There was finally a little slub. I have been hugely interested this last couple days in numerology. I've done numerology over the years, but because I looked at the 2022 and I thought, that really looks significant for all the twos. And if you do the numerology on it, of course it's a 6, which is a prime number. I mean, and it's going to be, therefore, pretty much a prime year. So I looked it up. They're pretty. I thought it would be a bigger deal in their description, but of course what they're doing is describing number 6. They're not describing the fact that it's a year, right? And relating to what that could mean. They were just talking about the number 6, which is about stability and relationships. Not stability so much, but relationships and newness, creativity, but more personal than outward. It just was. If you get a chance, just Google numerology and meaning of the numbers and read number 6, because this coming year is supposed to be a number 6. What I didn't know they would do, which was interesting, was that numerology will take your year of birth, of course, and give yourself your numerology number, which is supposed to talk about your basic personality characteristics, what makes you tick. And mine comes out to be a 5, but I lost where I was going with that. Oh, what they said to do, if you're interested in what kind of year you're going to have, is to take your month and day of your birth. Okay. And then add 2022. So you add 6 to your, if your birthday is October 1st, that's 10, 1, which is 11, plus 6 is 17, and then you add those together and you have an 8. And then you look to see what 8 means, and that gives you what specifically this year would mean for you. I've never seen them do that in numerology before. With mine, my month and day is a 6, and you add a 6 and it's a 12, so I get a 3. So I get whatever 3 is. I'm kind of like, this is so true of me. I am so yin yang. I am so balanced. With that 5 being right in the middle of the numerology scale, but I am so balanced anyway that it makes perfect sense that it's going to be a 6 year, but I'm going to have a 3 to balance it, right? It's just so me. And then they went on to relate it to the major arcana tarot cards, right? So the 6th card and what that means, and it was interesting reading for those who are into that kind of line of thinking. You're ready for a good year. We all are. We really are. So having piqued our interest, I'm going to close this by Googling that. What 6 means in numerology. Because I confess, I think I was kind of not remembering exactly the wording. Let's see here. Yeah. Well, the tie-in to the tarot with that, I had seen that once where they were tying it into, because of your date of birth and birth year and all that, right? I had seen that. But I'd never seen it tying it in with taking your day and month and then the year that it is to give you a more present reading of it. Let's see what it says here. Well, you know what? It could be a little bigger. Maybe. There we go. Watch, I won't be able to find it again. The numerology of 2022 is telling us that the new year is going to be a happy one. So, it's a 6, they say. Things in was the number 6 is our guide. The things are looking up from last year. We were in 2021. We were led by the number 5, which is the number that kept us off balance, out of sorts, and in constant frustration. Okay. I always thought 5 was a balanced number because I can look backwards and I can look forward, right? I'm in the middle, but maybe that's off balance to people. The energy of the number 6 gives us kindness and stability. Because it's a little over halfway between the 1 to 9 spectrum, it also indicates gaining some wisdom and being prepared to use the knowledge to move forward. It can also indicate challenges with responsibility, carelessness in relationships, and a lack of stability. Ellen Rick says that 6 is often seen as the parent figure in numerology. It's someone who gives us nurturing and compassion when we need it, but it's also tough love when we need that too. 6 is very family focused, so we may see people reconnecting with family members they haven't seen since the pandemic. Many people may be starting a family or moving back in with their family. The family vibes are strong, and after the back-to-back dumpster fires of 20 and 21, this energy feels incredibly welcome. We could all benefit from making our connections more meaningful this year, so set a reminder to call up your loved ones and spend some safe quality time with one another. This is a term I had not seen before. The universal year number for 2022 is positive. So is its repetition of the number 2. That's what caught my eye. That so many 2s, right? I'm not going to see 2222. That's in the song. In the year 2222, I think. Anyway, in numerology, 2 is the number of balance, the peacekeeper, if you will. 2s have the ability to bring compromise to 2 very different sides in order to find common ground. This could potentially be a unifying year, which is comforting as we are living in a time where we are pretty divided on so many issues. I really, ring in the new year with this positive vibe. And if we all have it, I think it's going to be a good year. Yeah, you were right, Snoring Cat. And I'm not really big on any of this. Although, I've read about it off and on and take it with a good grain of salt. I believe that there's something to it. So, I never thought of myself, though, as a very changeable person. I am a Taurus. I am planted in the earth. I am rock solid. I want to talk about that, though. I was on the water, right? I was on the water for 7 days in the middle of the ocean. And as a Taurus, I'm sitting out on my balcony and I'm watching this water. I'm loving it. And I'm going, I'm a Taurus. I'm an earth person. I am earthbound. Why do I like this water? And I realized the reason I liked it is because I was in a big house. I was in a big ship. I was in a big place. I wasn't in the water, right? But it still it got me to thinking about the fact that I, was surprised that I was very comfortable and have always been very comfortable on the water. And I am like firm earth-bound person. I am such an earth mother. I just always have been. Snoring Cat. But what's the rest of your chart? Yeah, I know. I have no idea. The moon and sunrise can be as or more significant than the sun sign. Okay. That's very true. That's true. And all the houses in your chart can be heavy influences as well. And I'm sure that's part of it. I understand that. I think I had a chart done long time ago, but I don't remember any of it. It's kind of ancient history. So, and how you age and grow and all that. I mean, it's going to have that chart underlying maybe, but it still would manifest differently. Well, that's enough of that. I love that stuff. I do. Anyway, I am going to go and be back tomorrow. I'm going to aim for 7 to 9 p.m. Okay? So hopefully I can stay awake. And my hair will cooperate. Oh, man, it is driving me crazy today. Everybody have a wonderful evening. Good sleep to you all. And happy morning whenever that is for you. Oh, they do charts for solar returns and Saturn returns. Wow. That one's a new one for me too. I've never heard that. That's amazing. Cool. All right. You all take care. Good talking to you, Snoring Cat. I miss you. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. And everybody else too. You all take care. Bye.